Ladies and gentlemen, I believe there was a table somewhere. Don't know where it went.
It was set.
It was set.
It may still be.
Good. If you can find the table, there's shit on it to eat. Let's just say that.
Definitely a veggie bake there.
There's a veggie bake there. There is a veggie bake there.
Get into it.
What's it fucking called? First We Feast or something like that's the channel. It's like some dude who just eats hot wings with like wrappers and shit.
Yeah. I've seen clips of that pop up.
That is like, yeah. If you ever see like a full episode and it's like people that you like know, watch that shit and it's fucking, funny as. Because they just like, work their way through like a board of like 10 wings or whatever. But it'll be like, it'll start off as like your basic hot sauce and then just go to like, the most insane hot sauces you can get. So by the end, like the person just like breaks kind of thing.
Yeah, sitting there sweating and shit.
Yeah. I'm Griff. I'm sitting across from the Froome. We've got special guests, GTA characters on today.
They're
just everywhere. They're all scattered throughout the room and shit.
We're a bit quiet down the end there, but
yeah,
hopefully we can get something out of them a bit later.
Hopefully they talk more than Jeff did. I mean,
yes, that would be good.
That's not going to be hard. Just a veggie bake today for him. We're just going to talk about whatever, really. Games, I guess, is going to be like the base topic, but we're probably just going to talk about whatever we really feel like talking about.
Yeah, this could lead in any direction.
It could really go anywhere. I mean, considering we've got GTA characters with us, we might as well talk a little bit about GTA.
Yeah.
Which was the GTA you said was the one you put probably the most time into?
Probably 4.
And that was... Who was the main character in that one?
It was Nico.
Oh, dude, that was a good game.
He was like a refugee sort of.
Yeah.
And his cousin was just a shit businessman.
Yeah, you like start off working for that guy that like the car dealership, I believe.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
That one was a good one. They had a few spin-offs of that game. They had like the bikey spin-off, which was pretty fun. You're just like a biker and you just cruise around doing bikey shit.
Yeah.
It was pretty sick. And then they had some other one, which I feel like was super strange. But yeah, that was a good one. I feel like probably the one I put the most hours into might have been Vice City.
Yeah.
Which is like...
I did put a few hours into that one
Just
when I was a bit younger.
Massive map. Like, huge map. But it wasn't like... Yeah, I was never really like too crazy into doing like the stories. Like I'd do like a bit of it so I'd have money and guns and shit. Then I'd just get sidetracked, just cruise around, bash people. Just do fucking typical fun fucking GTA shit.
Yeah, back then I'd do them till like I'd do the storyline to like the point where I unlocked like the fucking like the RPGs and all that sort of shit.
Yeah. So you just do fucking crazy shit.
And then I'd just stop and then like I'd just drive around and like look for them like fucking bank van things.
Yeah.
And just like shoot the RPG out and blow them up and like run around collecting all the money
Yeah,
and shit.
It's a good way to get money.
And not have to worry about fucking like doing any missions anymore.
Yeah, fuck yeah. Did you ever play like the GTA Online?
Not really.
It's a bit of a letdown, to be honest. But that leads me into talking about it's like GTA role playing. It's like a PC version of GTA, where it's like essentially like they tried to make it like you just like it's like a real life character.
Oh right, yeah.
My brother was playing it for a while, and that shit is fucking funny as man. Like you like cruising, he'd just finish like working, would get on his computer. I'd be like, "What are you doing, man?" Like, I just gotta fucking do this job here for a bit, and then like it's not like, oh yeah, go do this mission where you kill this guy. It's like be like a bin
man.
Yeah, bin man, or like work on a construction fit. Like it's like,
oh
yeah,
fucking
it's
hell.
like I just finished work to come do some more work. And he's like, oh, well, I need money and shit. Like, what the fuck, man? It's like, yeah, like you can't just cruise around like doing crazy shit or like you get in trouble. Like you've got to like treat it like. It's so fucking. It's so silly.
Yeah, I see some shit like blokes playing like PC and they've got like this. Must be like whatever you can download. Like I only ever see cunts on PC playing it, and they're like a copper.
Yeah,
and they sit on like the side of the road and they're like characters like a full like police officer with like a radar and shit. And some cunt drives past speed and he like pulls out, like pulls them over and shit. Sometimes like comes like speed off and shit. And I'm just like, what the fuck? Like how many different like versions of this have they made?
Yeah, that's that role playing version, and it's like it's like if you're just doing crazy shit, bro, there's like cops that are people and they're like, who'll come and be like, what are you doing? It's like my brother one day when he was first starting learning how to play, like didn't know the buttons because it's like all on keyboard and shit.
Yeah,
It's just like every button does like crazy shit. I'm like watching him, and he's just like talking to this guy, and he's like, I'm just like trying to figure out what I'm doing. It's like my first time playing, and the guy's like trying to help him, and my brother just like, oh, what button? Clicks this button, just punches this dude. And he's like, fuck, sorry, man. Like, I'm trying to learn the buttons and shit. And the dude's just like, he gets back in his car, leaves. Like, what the fuck, man?
Just fucked himself over.
Then, like, the next time I see him playing it, he's like, kind of figured it out a bit. He's like working on some oil fucking rig type job. Like, and he's like, just standing around, like, on lunch break or whatever the fuck was going on, talking to his, like, work mates or whatever. Like, bro, this is fucking too much for me,
Fucking hell.
Like, I mean, it's pretty funny that they went and done that with it. It's fucking, it is entertaining.
Yeah, I was watching, I was just like, what? I was like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah, it's fucking so silly.
And
but,
pull someone over and they've like, makes them blow in the bag and shit. They've been drinking, like, full arrest them for like drink driving and shit.
Dude, it's so silly, Like,
full call in like another car to put like the person he's arrested into, so you get taken back to like the thing, and then he just like gets back in the car and starts driving around again. So what?
Well, yeah, from memory, like if you got in shit and locked up, you had to just like spend your time in the cell. Like from memory, from what my brother told me, it'd be like he got locked up once, and if you just turn your game off, turn your computer off, when you turn it back on, you still have to serve that time.
Oh right.
Yeah, so you've got to be like have the game open and just like do other shit while you're just in
wait
jail.
for him to get out.
That's what I was like, oh, how long are you in for? And it's like nothing like 10 years or whatever. It was like like fucking. I feel it's like half an hour, depending on like what you've done. And
Yeah.
I think he was in for like half an hour. I'm like, fuck, it's feeling it. Yeah, you just do like push ups or do whatever.
Someone who gets life can like
never get back out. You just spend the rest of your fucking.
Now it's Prison Break.
Yeah, you're online. Yeah, you're just like, oh. Bro, they made a Prison Break game years back. Were you ever in the Prison Break, the show?
No, I watched like bits and pieces of it.
Okay.
I did see like when they brought out a game. I never like played it or anything.
It was sick.
Yeah.
It was actually really fucking fun. It was like pretty small. I feel like it cost like $15 on Xbox Game Pass when it came out. But yeah, I feel like I finished it like in a day. Like just smashed through it kind of thing. But it was like, it was pretty fucking fun. Like I can't remember like the whole storyline of it, but yeah, essentially you're like halfway through the breakout, you just do a few things, fight some guys, go in some weird little like underground fight club to earn money, and it's pretty sick. Yeah, it wasn't too bad. But like they could definitely do better for how big of a franchise Prison Break was, I feel.
Yeah, it was massive. Everybody was watching it back in the day. I can remember that.
I was super into it the first season. I was real into, and then I kind of tapered off a bit, but my brother stayed real into it.
Oh yeah,
it's like fucking 6 seasons. Like they make it out of prison. Like that's the show. That's the whole fucking show, in my opinion. Like Prison Break, they're done. Fucking fair call.
Once you're out of jail, you're done.
Show's over.
Yeah.
Apparently not for him. Apparently season 2's on the run, which you could half expect. They've just broken out of prison. You could be like, okay, they've got to run away from these motherfuckers. That'll probably take a season. You're like, okay, 2 seasons.
Yeah.
Then it's over.
Yeah.
So I watched the second season. And then I kind of like, just went away from it. I come back and I think Dan was in, that's my brother Dan. He was like up to like season 4 and they were in like a Mexican prison. I'm like, and they're like trying to break out of that. I'm like, what the fuck, man?
Fuck yeah, they'll just keep it going.
Right, they fucking, they got 6 seasons out of it. And then
they done well.
Like the main guy dies and then he isn't dead. And it's just like, what they do is just like
anything to keep it going.
Oh, bro, just beat that fucking horse, Just fucking hell. Good show though, for the most part. Anything I watched was pretty fucking decent.
Yeah.
I feel like that guy's a pretty decent actor. But we were talking about GTA.
Yeah, we were.
Mate, there's going to be a good part of this episode.
Yeah,
it's going to be us just like talking about one thing and then just doing what we do best.
Yeah, like that fucking what GTA 4 it was that I put like shitloads of hours into.
Yeah.
Like I could just sit there playing it and just like drive around. They had like 3 islands, and like I'd have to like get somewhere, and I'd just be like, oh fuck, I gotta go there. Like look it up on the map, and I'd be like, fuck.
Is that the one you could take taxis?
Yeah.
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
Just like look it up on the map, and then like after a while, I just got that used to driving around that I just like look up on the map. It just like not even like put the waypoint on. I just be like, oh yeah, that's up there.
I just full another.
And just like drive all the way over there.
Oh, that's funny as.
And like on the
perfect.
I think it was the map that was on the left. Like when you were playing the game, looking at the screen, the map on the left, like up the top, there was just like this road, and like it wasn't a proper road, but it just like went to nowhere. And you could see it on the map. Up the end of it was like this house thing, and behind the house was this fucking like turboed rally car.
Yeah, yeah.
And it was like the hidden car that like they normally have in all the games.
Was it?
Like GTA 3, they had that like Banshee thing. I think it was like in that fucking little abandoned car lot. Sitting in there.
Yeah, they did always have like a little car somewhere that was just sick.
There's always like some mad car that's like hidden somewhere. Like this thing was like like a WRX sort of.
Yeah, man.
Like turboed with like a roll cage and shit in it.
Yeah, sick.
Like I just fucking every house that I got, I just had like fucking 2 of them parked in the garage. I could just go steal one. That game was fun. I put some hours into that.
That game was fun. I definitely put a lot of hours. I'm trying to think what I probably put the most hours into. Probably that one because it had like the 2 expansions. Like, I still can't think of what the second expansion was. I know one of them was like the bikey one. I feel like the other one was like pretty shit.
Yeah,
and it's like, why would you play the other one when you could just be a bikey and do bikey shit?
Yeah, fucking know.
But I feel like the bikey character maybe came into the main story somehow at some stage. It's been a long time since I played them games.
Yeah, I can't remember like the storyline or like the missions and shit. I can just remember fucking
doing crazy shit.
Yeah, just putting hours into it.
Yeah.
And like going into this like one, I think it was like the main hospital on like the middle island. Like out the front, there was like this sort of like U-turn bay. And you could like go in there and you walked in, I think, and went to like your right and went through like a couple of doors and then turned left and went all the way down the end. It was just like a dead end. So like nobody could get in there.
Oh yeah.
You just go nuts on the way in and like pull out a gun and just shoot everyone that's waiting in the waiting room, and the coppers would like start coming.
Yeah.
Start shooting them when they start turning up out the front and get it up to like, 4 or 5 stars.
Yeah.
Then just like run in and go down to the end of this fucking corridor and just stand there, and like all the coppers would come running into the fucking hospital to get you, and you just like grab whatever gun you want and just like stand there and just like as they come around the corner just pop the cunts off with headshots. Like you just be in there for I'd been there for like a good half hour, man. Just
mowing motherfuckers.
Yeah, and then like they're all laying down like dead on the ground, just like throw grenades and shit, and like watch all their dead bodies just like fucking flop around and shit.
Mad. That was fucking mad. How fucking crazy were the star ratings? Like you could kind of manage like anything 2, 3 stars. You could be like, yeah, this is alright.
Yeah, I'll get away from that easy. Like
as soon as you get to like 4 or 5, you're just like, holy fuck.
Yeah,
like,
all the SWAT and the army and shit start turning up, and that. Like,
yeah,
fuck.
Was it 4 or 5? I think it might have been GTA 5, where you could just like go to this like certain weird bush path and jump like a fence into the army base. But like the second your car landed in there, you were 5-star type thing, and like the jets would start coming and shit. It was like fucking super fucking full on. Fun though.
Yeah, I think there was on GTA 5 there was like one where you had to do a mission, and you go past like this base, and like you can't get too high because then like you start getting caught in their radar.
Yeah.
And you fly because you're flying in their airspace, and like if you're in it for too long, it's just like instantly 5 stars.
Yeah.
Like that's like probably the base.
Yeah, I feel like that is.
You might
base.
be talking about.
Yeah. Yeah, you could get in there on like open when you were just cruising around type thing, and the second you hit the ground, it's like all after you type thing. But you could like get their jets. Like if you got there quick enough, you could get one of them off their fucking heads, man. And that game is the future. I feel like there's another one in the works.
Yeah, I did see something. There was something the other week. Someone had like hacked into Rockstar's like main hard drives or whatever the fuck they do, and they hack into fucking shit.
Yeah, and they leaked something.
They leaked like shit from the new game.
Yeah, yeah, that's where I seen as well. Which is like, yeah, that means there's definitely something in the works, which is fucking huge, man. I can't wait for another one of them.
Yeah, like GTA 5 was. Yeah, it was fun too. That map was so big. Like,
Huge.
it was massive.
Well, that's what like they did well with that game because it's like it's like graphically a nice game, but then it's fucking massive as well.
Yeah, like you got that fucking huge map, and you got like 3 main characters that you like switch between.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
You got that Michael.
I forgot about that, and they could just be doing other shit when you like
you just
get
like
there.
you just like switch to him, and he's just like driving down a road or
Yeah,
something.
and you're like,
that,
oh, this is what I'm doing.
yeah, that crackhead Trevor would just be doing something
crazy.
fucked. Like you'd catch him, and he'd just like, or he'd just be in the middle of like nowhere, just pissed as fuck.
Yeah. Yeah, you'd go to him sometimes, you'd switch to him and he'd just be like in his undies in the middle of a field waking up. You're like,
yeah. This cunt's cracked ass.
Yeah, what is this motherfucker doing in a fucking field?
Yeah.
Did you play much Red Dead Redemption? It's like the GTA, it's like the cowboy equivalent of GTA. Really.
Yeah, I did actually, yeah. I
Like,
played was it the second one they brought out.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That one was, I didn't play a great deal of the second one.
Like the newest one that they released.
Yeah. It was a good game, but I feel like I probably put my most hours into the first one. Like, me and 2 of my mates used to they used to come over my house and we'd just like get grilled and fucking play Red Dead, man. But it was like not to a point of like, oh, we'll just do all the missions and fucking do this and do that. We just like went through like the side objectives. It'd be like hunt 10 of these animals, find, because you could like have to hunt the animal, then like cut their fucking fur off and all that shit. Like you didn't have to cut their fur off, but like go over to them and just do it. But yeah, so we'd like find all them like weird little missions, like go do this, go do that. Yeah, we'll just like play this game for fucking like 10 hours at a time, just like taking turns and just like cruising around doing just the most fucking weird fucking shit. But I wish GTA had that kind of aspect to it where you could do, not like because it had side missions, but like do actual side shit that actually meant something.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
oh yeah, I want to go fucking hunt or fucking do something like along them lines. It would have been fucking perfect.
Yeah, they need to like, it'd be good if they brought out a game that was set sort of like halfway between like, you know, the like cars and shit coming out and people still like living on horseback.
That would be
like,
fucking sick.
Because sometimes like, I found like the biggest thing with like Red Dead was I like played it and done all the story and shit. But then when like I was playing it after, and like I didn't have the storyline or shit to do, it just takes forever to get somewhere on a horseback.
For fucking ever.
Like, yeah.
Yeah. Dude.
Need an option to at least have a car.
That would be a mad idea. Or just like,
or it's like a bit quicker to travel. Or maybe like quick travel or something if you got to go heaps far on the map.
I mean, like a game kind of, would in between be bad. Like, you know, it's mainly horseback, but then you get to a point where it's like, you know, them like crappy first cars that they had. You could just get one of them like, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, and just like use that to get around so it's at least a touch quicker.
Yeah.
Especially like when you know you're not doing the hunting aspect.
Yeah, you just,
the game
I got to get up to that part of the map to do this. And you're like, oh, fuck, man, I got to ride for 3 hours. Like, fuck me dead. That was a fucking big map too. I mean, Rockstar just kills it in that sense. Like, they just make big ass maps with still games that look fucking sick.
Yeah, and like they put the time into them. Like, it's been how long since like GTA 5 come out?
Fuck, so fucking long.
Like, it's probably been good 7 or 8 years or something.
Yeah, it's got to be, right?
And then they've just lived off of like all these different online.
Yeah, they just add different online aspects.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're fucking killing it. But like, yeah,
but
shit
like,
got leaked for the new one, so they're working on that.
Yeah, and then like they've had like all this time just by simply releasing like a new spin-off.
Yeah.
On the online version that people have stayed so invested in it.
Yeah, it's crazy how people still play that. It's like there's like racing shit and that on it now. Like,
yeah, and then like you got to spend money just about to be able to like play all these upgrades and like put these upgrades onto your character and all this sort of shit. Like they just keep making money off it. So it's like you sort of understand why they haven't brought on it because like
it makes sense.
People are still spending money on it, and it's like, I probably like, you know, similar to Call of Duty.
Yeah,
and like the similar, it's just got that like bigger player base that like you can just bring out like new mods for it, and people are like, yeah, I'll buy that.
Yeah, that does make sense. When I was like in my Call of Duty, like just playing it all the time, like oh, that's sick, I need that. And just like, it's like $15.
Yeah.
I need it. It's fucking must have.
And like Call of Duty and shit, like shit where they have like old games that like you can still play online on the servers and that, like that, where they haven't shut the servers down yet. Like they'd still kill it.
Yeah, if they
You know
release
what I
shit,
mean?
yeah,
Like,
probably.
Some people sit home and go, oh fuck yeah, I'll play fucking Modern Warfare or something. If like the servers are still activated, there's like still bound to be some cunt that's sitting at home going, well fuck yeah, I'll play that.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
especially with how big it is, because like some people you just get your mates around order and you're like, oh fuck yeah, let's play this old game.
Yeah.
And like you just put it on.
Well, yeah, that is a pretty common thing just to fucking do. But yeah, I swear some YouTubers that I watch will just be like, oh, I'm going to go win a game in every Call of Duty. And it's like, yeah, them going and finding lobbies in all the old Call of Duties type thing.
Yeah, there's like, because so many of them still have like active servers.
Yeah. Yeah, to just be like fucking anyone could just be like, yeah, like you say, just be like, oh, fuck, I just want to play this old game today.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, when I had a fucking PlayStation 1 for a while. This is like had new gen consoles and shit, like had mad games, but would just like pull that out occasionally and play Dave Mirror 2.
Yeah, yeah.
Fucking hours, man. Just
yeah,
like,
I had a PS1 as well, and we had it was chipped, so we had like all these fucking like burnt games.
yeah, fuck
Had
yeah.
like every game you could just about think of, and I just like sit on the PS1 for ages, even
Yeah,
after
fuck
like the PlayStation 2 coming out. Like
yeah,
even when the PS3 coming out, it'd be like because all the TVs still had all them coloured ports.
yeah,
Like they're all starting to disappear now.
yeah. None of mine fucking happen.
Yeah, like when they still had them, like fuck yeah, rip out the PS1 and just plug it in and just start playing like old games and shit.
yeah. Well, there's fucking so many good old games, and it's kind of like just nostalgic. Like,
Yeah, it's
I
good
reckon
just,
to rip an old game out and play.
Yeah,
Like, yeah, Dave Mirror was like always one of my favorites because like coming from like riding BMX and shit.
yeah, yeah.
But then like, even like to go from playing good games, there's never a BMX game. You play that, it just looks terrible, but it's like this is so fucking fun. Like,
Yeah, fucking oath.
yeah. I'm excited for the new fucking skate to come out that Ned was talking about recently.
Yeah, that'll be good.
I mean, I can't imagine because they've fucking had a long time to put work into their skate as well. Skate 3 came out, fuck knows how long ago now.
Yeah, that would have been fucking years ago now.
Yeah.
I played like Skate 1. I got pretty into that.
Yeah.
And then like Skate 2, I played it like a little bit of.
Yeah.
And I didn't really play it much, but I feel like now,
Yeah.
like all the games are just getting better.
Yeah. Skate 3 was elite, man. That was a fucking good game. Like if they can top Skate 3, they're doing pretty fucking well.
Oh fuck yeah.
Which is sick. But I feel like yeah, they've had a bit of time to put into it, and yeah, that's exciting as fuck. Most exciting part about games for me at the moment is the boxing game.
Undisputed.
Undisputed. It's getting closer to getting released. The beta. I don't know what they're doing with the beta. From my understanding, it's like a online beta, so it'll be like if you want to play, it would be like you versing someone else.
Oh right.
So you won't be able to just like go play single player and just like kind of get the feel for the game. You just have to go verse people who are fucking freaks, probably.
Already just been playing it.
Fucking hope not. But yeah, I feel like that comes out in the next. I feel like it's Friday, but that might be America's Friday, so it's probably Saturday for us.
Yeah, yeah.
Which is also good because then yeah, by the time Monday rolls around, we'll get to play it when we're in here anyway. Well,
Yeah.
me, you, and Ned will get to like have a play around and get a feel for it.
Yeah, for sure.
But that means if they're like doing the beta, probably means it's like pretty close to being ready to like get dropped kind of thing.
Yeah, yeah.
Because I know with Call of Duty and shit like that, they'll release a beta like a month or two before the game drops.
Oh right.
So usually it's just to like flush out the last of the bugs. Because yeah, I know what they've released on YouTube so far is like alpha footage, which is like yeah pre-beta.
Yeah, yeah.
So but even that like looks fucking next level.
Yeah, the graphics on it and stuff look insane.
Yeah, the movement, like yeah, it looks like a fucking nice game. We talk a little bit about Fight Night because I know Fight Night would definitely a game you would have put some hours into.
Yeah, I played like round 3 a shitload. Like
Yeah, that was the best one.
Like I even found myself like a few years ago.
Going back to it.
Yeah, like I was in EB Games.
Yeah.
And had like the PS2s like still just sitting at home in the cupboard.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
And I was like fucking walked into EB Games and I had like one of them like little things where
Oh,
they
the
got all,
baskets.
yeah,
Out
like
front. Yeah.
like fucking pre-owned shit.
Yeah.
I was just like flicking through it, and like Fight Night round 3s there. I was like,
Ah.
fuck yes, I haven't seen this
Have
game in
to.
ages. I think it was like, I might have been like 12 or 13 bucks.
Yeah,
I was like,
yeah.
get fucked. Like, that's cheap as fuck. I'm buying that.
You just put so much time into it too.
And just get home and just like play the story mode. And then it was like
Yeah.
even better, like being older.
Yeah, and like having more of like a love for boxing and shit as
Yeah,
well, I'm
and, like,
sure. Yeah.
You're like, oh, fuck. Oh, you'd like, when you were young, you didn't want to do like the training aspect of like the
Yeah.
storyline. Like, you just wanted to fight everyone.
Yeah.
But now it's like, oh, fuck, well.
Gotta build them up.
Yeah, like, fuck.
Yeah.
Oh, I've got to work on this for this. Like, this next bloke's fucking got this. So, like, you actually got to train and shit.
Yeah. Yeah, fuck. Hands down, Fight Night round 3, the best one.
Yeah, like just like the controller.
Yeah, like
aspects
the
and-
thumbsticks and shit. Yeah. That was such a good part to it. And it was like kind of fluid, like it felt smooth when you were like, flick it up and it's like boom, boom,
Yeah,
like
but he
throwing
throws the
jabs
jab and like
yeah.
to the side and like wind it up for the hook
Yeah.
and like all the way back down and around for the uppercut and shit. Like
Yeah.
it was good.
They did do really well with that. I'm really hoping that this new game has the same aspect in it. Like I like the aspect of like, okay, I can use buttons when I have to,
Yeah,
but I also like okay, I'm just playing, doing this shit. Like
yeah, like
using
when
the
you're doing,
thumbsticks.
well, like when you're sitting there and doing like the storyline and shit,
yeah,
and like buttons are easier. Like when you're playing online, 'cause it's just quicker.
yeah, and the other person's probably using fucking buttons. So
Yeah.
like same as your versus your mates, and you're always like,
Yeah,
tapping like crazy.
yeah, for sure.
But they released Fight Night Champion on Xbox because like before I sold my Xbox.
Yeah, that was out on like Xbox and was that on like PlayStation 2 as well.
Yeah, they brought it out on like new gen, like just had it in the Xbox store where you could. Just
Oh
play it.
yeah,
Yeah, I went and replayed the story mode on that. It was like, fucking fun, man. Like, yeah, you're like fucking that one of the brothers. Fucking, I don't want to get too into the story mode, but yeah, you fight through. Your brother gets dicked on by this big dude, and then you've got to fight him, and it's fucking,
oh yeah.
it's pretty fucking sick. But yeah, I looked everywhere, could never find Fight Night round 3, Fight Night round 4, just couldn't find them.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, spewing. But like for the new gens anyway. But then I found that and it was fucking mad. Put some fucking time into that.
Yeah, fucking oath.
Yeah, I always wanted to just stumble across Fight Night round 3 one day, like in the store and be like, okay, I can play the fucking career mode and actually have fun.
Yeah, fucking oath. Yeah, that was like, just the like all around good franchise.
Oh,
And then like the
best.
UFC come out and
yeah,
they
just
took
shit on.
like because it was EA,
yeah,
like all of the team at EA that like used to make Fight Night just all went over to the UFC.
Yeah.
So that's why Fight Night got put on the back burner
yeah,
because UFC signed that contract with them or whatever for however many years.
yeah.
And I think
Boxing just got like raw dogged pretty hard, eh?
yeah, and then like boxing was sort of just like left in the background, like it was
Hard,
still
man.
happening, but no one like general public weren't paying attention to it like they are now.
Yeah, yeah.
And
It kind
then-
of came back. Probably when Connor fought Floyd. To be fair, I reckon that's when boxing kind of like for like the like general people kind of like popped back up into the thing. Like boxing's still a thing.
Yeah,
It's like like if you like kind of like respect fighting, you kind of like knew like, oh, this person's still doing this and this person's doing that.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
But yeah, that makes sense. Like boxing just went like right under the radar for a few years. Like,
Yeah, and because I was listening to a thing like when heaps of people started saying, "Oh, like we need another boxing game." It's been fucking 10 years
yeah,
since they brought out like champions, and like EA like released a statements of like all of our team like works on the UFC
yeah.
games now. Like there's like literally
Nothing we
no
can
team
do.
to work on Fight Night.
Well, I mean, this company, I can't think of what the company's actually called, but yeah, the game was called Esports Boxing Club at first. Now it's called Undisputed. They've just gone out on like a limb type thing on their own to make this game,
Oh yeah,
and yeah, they've like gone. It's weird how they like sign the fighters to the game. Like they, instead of just having like an overall contract, like everyone just gets the same contract. This is what you get.
yeah.
Like they go
yeah.
like make deals with each fighter and be like, okay, like, you can get this percentage of sales because we'll put your character in the store. Like with Canelo, he's like on the cover of the game.
yeah,
But
yeah,
you got to imagine like he's not free in the game.
yeah. No,
You got to imagine like probably going to cost a fuckload.
Or either that or he is free and
Yeah.
they're already just paying him a fuckload.
Yeah, that I actually thought as soon as it came out of my mouth, I'm like, no, he'd already be in the game for free, and just everyone else is going to cost a fucking arm and a leg.
Yeah, like,
But yeah, he'll be making bank, man.
yeah, it's like, because like everyone in boxing is like their own individual like entity.
Yeah.
Like they actually have to go and like sign the fighter like personally to
Yeah,
be
it's
able
mad,
like to be able to use their product.
I reckon it's good for it's good for the game. It's good for boxers because you'll see more boxers in the game that like wouldn't have been in fight nights and shit.
Yeah, exactly.
Like you didn't get like, I don't think Floyd Mayweather was in any of the boxing games. I can't remember him being, maybe one. Maybe he was in Fight Night round 4.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I can't remember.
I know like Anthony Mundine was in Fight Night round 4.
Yeah.
Which is like,
why?
yeah, I don't know. Then like, yeah, there was like other people in them too. But I guess we probably shouldn't talk about boxing games too much. I'm just excited as fuck for this boxing game, to be fair.
I'm keen as for it.
The career mode looks like it is going to be legit as fuck. Like you start in your amateurs, work your way up, and then there's like the different organizations where you can work your way and get the belts. Like you work your way to get like, yeah, the WBO, WBC. Like you got to work your way through getting them all and then get like the ring.
Like yeah. Fuck yeah, I'll have to look into that more. Like, cause I've just been paying attention, like vaguely.
Yeah.
Like a video pops up. I'm like, oh fuck yeah.
Yeah.
I watched that and then I'm like, oh fuck. Well, they must be getting close because it's like gameplay sort of footage now. Where like before they would like
just photos and shit.
Yeah, like because when they first started releasing anything about it, like that was when I found out about it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, we're not bringing it out for a while. I sort of stopped paying attention and they're like, oh, it's coming out soon. And then I was like, oh, fuck yeah. And then it just like, the talk just went away again.
Did I?
And I was like, oh, fuck.
Yeah.
And now it's like really started to hype back up. I might actually have to fucking look in and pay a bit more attention to what's actually going on with it.
It's going to be good. I remember they had a full roster, that like the current roster a while back. I went to look at it this morning because I was like, it could be cool, like to kind of chat a little bit about.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you just can't find the roster now. They've just taken it away. So I reckon it's just like they have 3 fighters. In the website, it's Katie Taylor, Ryan Garcia, and Sonny something.
Sonny Edwards.
Yeah. So they're the 3 fighters that you can be like, okay, they're in the game.
Oh right, yeah.
But yeah, everyone else they just like took away for now. But like, yeah, dude, it is huge, man. But it's like they have certain trainers and shit in the game. You know how like Fight Night would just be like some generic dude in the corner, like
yeah, and then they all just cost different amounts of money to train.
Yeah, and it'd just be a dude in a different fucking outfit, or like wearing a bandana or something. Ridiculous. Like, yeah, this is like Eddie Reynoso is like signed to the game. Like, there's like proper trainers, proper fucking managers. Like, it's gonna be fucking detailed, man.
Yeah.
So I reckon like the career mode in that is gonna be like something you're like, okay, I've fucking got to spend time doing this.
Yeah, well, at least they've like put the time into it.
Fuck yeah. Well, I like that you on their website you literally like scroll to the bottom and it's like this game will be released when it's ready.
Yeah,
motherfuckers. That's what games should fucking do.
Yeah, tell them. Yeah, and just fucking release it just because it's like
fuck, we're in a deadline now. It's like fucking new Call of Duty game came out maybe like a week ago. Modern Warfare 2.
Oh right.
I played the beta. I didn't like it. Probably not going to play the game until because like the new Warzone comes out in like a week or something. I feel.
Oh right.
But I fucking guarantee you, this new Warzone is going to come out and it's going to be the biggest piece of dog shit for like 2 months at least. I fucking guarantee it, man. And it's like, you know, Warzone 1's been out for like 4 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guarantee like they released this fucking.
Yeah, and then they'll spend like the next 2 months like doing updates and shit on it, and like it'll constantly be down. They'll be working on it and it'll be fucking terrible.
They used to do that with Warzone, bro. They'd get it to a point where it was like really nice. And, like Warzone kind of works in seasons, so you'd have. Feel like they'd have like 6 seasons throughout like the year or whatever.
Oh right, yeah.
So yeah, you like fucking work through them, but like you know, they'd have like season 1 would be dog shit. Like the game would just be fucked. Like everything would feel broken. They'd come out season 2, like the colors would be better. The game would feel nice. Like everything would run really well. You'd be like, fuck yeah, like this game's mad now.
Yeah.
Season 3 hits, bro, and they're just like, fuck the game again. And you're like, what the fuck happened?
What the fuck is this shit?
But like, yeah, they just got to a point where they changed map instead of just waiting the time, which I thought they should have just waited the time till they brought out a new game and worked on a good map. But they like took away the good map and just put in this fucking dog shit map, bro. It's like, yeah, terrible colors, hard to see. It was fucking terrible, like shitty planes. And then, yeah, it was just like that for like 2 months. And then they like fixed it, made it like kind of nice. And you're like, fuck yeah, like, okay, like it's manageable. And then, yeah, it was good for like 2 months. And then they just
fuck it again.
I reckon to this day it's fucked. Like I stopped playing it. I don't know, maybe a month or 2 back now. Just completely like fucking gave up on it.
Yeah.
A fucking different game. Yeah, I started playing Escape from Tarkov, the game's called. It's just, yeah, you just like drop into like this place in Russia and you've just got to like work your way through like missions or like just, yeah, pretty much work your way to like an extract. That's like your whole objective.
Oh, yeah.
Like, get the fuck out. But it's like completely realism.
Oh,
like,
right.
If some cunt shoots your leg out, you're like, legs is fucked. And you got to like try splint it or try bandage it and give yourself like adrenaline or.
Yeah, right.
Like, fucking super full on. Yeah, if you put like the wrong bullets in your fucking gun, it'll just won't shoot or it'll like jam or.
Oh, fuck. Fuck yeah.
Yeah, it's super detailed.
That's
so,
mad.
I started putting a bit of time into that. But fuck, man, it's like, yeah, it's so fucking crazy. Like, you get a mad gun and you're like, yeah, fuck yeah, this gun's dope. Like, I wasn't paying much attention because like a little red bar next to your gun. It's just like, kind of like your gun's wear and tear.
Oh, right, yeah.
Never paid much attention to it. My brother was always like, just repair guns when you can, like when you got spare money and shit. I'm like, yeah, I just always repair guns and shit, never pay attention to this bar. Get into this mad fight where I could have got like good amount of kills and loot and shit. My gun just like, yeah, jam something. Unjam it, like just instantly jam again. I'm like, what the fuck? I asked my brother next time he was on and he's just like, yeah, what was the red bar like? I'm like, yeah, the red bar was full. And he's like, yeah, your gun was just fucked then. Like, how long did you have the gun for? I'm like, fucking since I started playing? Like, fuck me dead. Yeah, your gun was just trash. Like, you should have just, yeah, you can like pull your gun apart. So you click on your gun and go like, yeah, pull apart. And it just like literally pulls every single little part off the gun off. And you'll just be left with like one little part of the gun. Fucking sell that, buy that new little part brand new, put all your shit back on it. And it's just like a brand new gun again.
Oh, right, yeah.
It's like, yeah, you change like the grips, change fucking every fucking thing that you can on the gun. It's so fucked up.
Fuck yeah.
Like I
Sounds mad.
just started learning how to like be good at it, and then just like now I'm on like my like non-gaming hiatus where I'm just like working on other shit. Fuck me dead, man.
Doing everything else but gaming.
I am fucking grinding, bro. Grinding. All the fucking games are exciting at the moment. I don't feel like there's many exciting games.
Yeah, no, I don't really pay all that much attention to like new games and shit that come out.
I feel like because there's nothing good.
Yeah, I've been playing
Like, where's that MX versus ATV or something?
yeah, fuck that. Would
Give us like a fucking new gen version of that.
yeah,
shit.
like just like remake Reflex.
Fuck yes, dude.
Just do that. Just like revamp it.
Well, I know you and I both agree that Reflex was the best.
Yeah, probably
Hands down the best one.
the best one they made. Just like fucking redo it with like modern tracks and shit. And
Yeah.
like
It's mad graphics, better bike,
yeah,
Bet-
fucking
like, yeah.
oath. Like that'd be sick.
a better loading track. Like, because that loading track was gangster, don't get me wrong. Just like spruce it up a little bit.
Yeah, fucking oath. Like they could make it like different. Like make it like a Red Bull X Fighters fucking
Right.
freestyle thing or something.
Yeah,
Like that'd be
but-
sick.
Who makes them games? They should get in contact with us.
Fucking oath.
Like, Ned can do the right and get in contact with them, fucking figure out, you know, behind the scenes shit. And we'll just be like, this is what needs to fucking happen,
Fucking oath,
motherfuckers.
like definitely just make another one, but like
Just Reflex.
yeah, just Reflex. Just
We're
redo
changing this shit.
it. Yeah, just redo it.
'Cause even the mechanics were like really fucking good in Reflex. Like, they kind of went backwards after Reflex and then kind of moved back to a good part again.
Yeah, yeah.
I still can't think of like, because I remember we spoke about it on the last Veggie Bake.
Yeah, I just put so many hours into that game, man. Like it it was fucking nuts.
Bro, I put more hours into the fucking loading screen than I did into like a lot of games. Just like purely that fucking loading track, man.
But you just get caught playing it for ages.
Hours, man. And then like,
And then, you look down the bottom of the screen, it's like press start to play. You're like,
yeah,
fuck.
I was playing, man. Yeah, and you fucking, the fucking jumps are pretty much just like little fucking grounded out little bumps in the thing because you've hit them that many times.
You make all the ruts and shit, and they like stick, and it was heaps good.
Bro, the best.
It was so good.
Yeah, just remake Reflex. No one gives a fuck about any other MX game. We just want that.
Yeah, like they brought out like this one like MX vs ATV like Unleashed and shit, and like it's like one they brought out after, but it's like strictly just like racing.
Is that a lie? Maybe I think that might be alive. Is it the newest one?
No, I think it's a little bit older. They did bring out a new one recently.
Yeah, which isn't too bad. I did have that when I had a Xbox store.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you start off on like some big ass compound, but the compound's got like, so say you start off always in the exact same spot. It's pretty much at the entrance gate. You go right, there's like a supercross track and shit. You go left, there's like a freestyle ramp into like some other fucking freestyle jumps.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you follow it straight, and there's like a big nationals track, and
right.
It's pretty that game's done pretty well. I'm trying to think of like the other ones before that. They weren't good really. Like the only other one that kind of matches was the one that had Bubba's track in it, but it wasn't that great of a game.
Yeah. I don't think I played that. I think I was probably still hooked on playing Reflex. Like that's how good that game was to me when it came out. Like
I feel like it was the one after Reflex. I feel like it was called MX Alive. I don't know why that's just kind of popping into my head, but I feel like that. I'm probably completely wrong. I feel like that's the one with Bubba's track, and it might be the one you were talking about, which was just race race bound.
It's called Unleashed or something. I think I got it on like the PS4 at home.
Unleashed, MX Unleashed, maybe. I don't know, but just like fuck them for not making just multiple reflexes, really.
Yeah, like it was just like strictly racing. Like the other one, like you literally like you just had like you could ride around on like the 50s and shit.
Yeah.
But like you just ride on the same tracks, like the motocross tracks and shit. Like on these 50s, I was like 50cc and like 125, 250s, 450s, and there's like the like motocross tracks and national tracks.
Yeah,
and then like and then there's like the ATV, like 250s, 450s.
Yeah,
and that's pretty much it. And then there's like I think there's like rhythm section racing and shit. Like you see like that they do it like that Red Bull shit.
Yeah. So it's just like completely gone away from the freestyle aspect.
Yeah, like there's no real like loading screen or like shit like that. It was like I got it because it was only cheap. And I was like, oh yeah, fuck, this might be alright. And I was like, no. I played it a little bit and no.
I'm really surprised that Red Bull X Fighters. I'm just popped in my head because I heard you mention it either before we started or during the podcast potentially.
Yeah, just before like for loading screen.
Yeah, well, I'm surprised they never made a game.
I thought they would have for sure. Like they had enough big name, like enough, like huge freestyle motocross names riding for them.
Yeah, dude. Like, yeah, that was like a couple of. I think that kind of just went away as well. But like a couple of years back, that was like the big fucking thing, man.
Yeah, everyone was watching it. It was everywhere.
Like Pastrana rode in it. Fucking. I'm trying to think of like other good fucking riders.
Yeah, I'm on the spot. I can't think of.
Yeah, neither. Like
But like they had like
that shit,
the top riders, and they'd like travel all around Europe and shit. And
the sickest events too.
Yeah,
man.
just
like,
sell out arenas.
Yeah, bro. I used to love when I'd have Fox on. You'd be like flicking through channels, just like fuck nothing good on. Just boom, Red Bull X Fighters. You're like, oh fuck yeah, I'm about to see some crazy shit.
Yeah, fucking oath. And it was like, it was good because like every different stop was like a tournament. Like they were all like competing for like that trophy or whatever. And then it was like whoever won the most stops along the trip was like the winner at the end of it or whatever. Like they won whatever. I can't even remember what they won, but like it was good because like every time you watched it, you knew like it's going to be fucking competitive, man.
It was like fucking. It was like the step back from X Games, pretty much, in my opinion.
Yeah,
like X Games was like okay, like they're throwing their best at it, but it's like they're going to this and like nearly fucking killing themselves trying to win.
It was like competitive Crusty Demons, like sort of shit. Like
Fucking crusty demons, bro.
Or like Metal Militia and shit. Like,
yeah, fuck, that was like mad old days.
they were fucking like. Remember just sitting around like watching them fucking crusty demons movies. Like they just
That
be
was so
doing
sick.
like the most cooked shit on like
Yeah.
bikes and utes and just fucking in buggies and shit in the sand dunes and all.
Yeah.
It was fucking sick.
Oh, dude, it just made you so jealous growing up, like where we grew up type of thing. It's like, what are we going to do? Just fucking like,
Yeah.
there's nothing around here. We're like, oh,
Fuck
we
all.
can just take some bikes up over fucking that fucking hump. like, fuck, we just got fucking raw dog pretty hard there. But yeah, growing up, loved the fucking crusty. Like, it just made you want to be a fucking
Yeah, freestyle
crazy
motocross
fucker
rider.
to like, yeah, you're like, fuck, I want to get a bike. Fuck,
There's
best.
like going nuts and fucking getting paid, doing whatever
Yeah.
the fuck they want.
Oh, dude, the best. But then you like get a bike and look at a big jump, and you're like, I'm fucking jumping that. what are you talking
Like
about?
now you're watching, you're like, fuck that.
Yeah,
like
dude.
you cunts are nuts.
So fucking crazy. I was always a massive fan of Twitch. I think he was in the Metal Militia.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was a massive fan of him. Like, full just a tweaker, but then just like that's the most insane fucking shit ever.
Yeah, fucking oath. Like, who was it from Crusty Demons? That Seth Enslow.
Yeah,
He was-
he used to jump the biggest shit all the time.
He was nuts, bro. He done that jump and like landed and his bike like snapped in half. Like
Yeah.
the forks and shit.
Dude,
like-
is that when he smashed his chin, like the bottom of his chin?
Yeah.
Yeah, so brutal, bro.
And the cunts just like get up and just do it again. It's like,
Yeah.
what the fuck?
Dude, yeah.
Then you hear him talk about their surgeries and shit, and it's like, no, maybe I don't want to be a freestyle motocross
Yeah,
rider.
no.
Like, it fucking sounds like you spent your life in hospital.
Yeah, I remember there was like a Twitch documentary, and they're talking about how they fixed his femur, I think.
Oh
You're
yeah.
like, yeah, just had hammers and chisels and shit. You're like, what the fuck? God, no, I wouldn't do that.
Yeah, no, they take some fucking like crazy
bro.
falls, them cunts.
Fuck yeah. I didn't get my first bike till I was like 18, my motorbike.
Yeah.
But like, I could ride okay-ish because like mates had bikes and shit. But yeah, I just
Yeah.
went down like the BMX path, luckily. Because I'm like, I copped enough injuries from that, like
Yeah,
bad
fucking
ones
oath,
too.
like,
Like, I can't imagine if it was like, it's on this thing that goes this fucking fast.
falling from like 40 meters and shit.
Fuck that. Did you ever play the Travis Pastrana game?
Nah.
Oh, bro. Missed out hard. It was PlayStation 2 exclusive.
Oh yeah.
I don't even think of what it was called, but it was just like the story mode was just like you were just like cruising around Travis Pastrana's house thing.
Yeah, his compound thing.
Just like stopping off different parts, doing missions for different parts of his team. Dude, it was legit. For that era, like the fucking best game, dude. I can't believe I didn't think about that or even Reflex or any of them games in my top 5 games.
Oh yeah.
Like, yeah, so many games just kind of fucking like skim by. But then, like, yeah, as soon as we were like talked about X-Files, I'm like, oh, Travis wrote in that. I'm like, oh, Travis had that fucking game. Like, but it was like legit. You could, I think it was the first motorbike game that you could 360.
Oh right.
It
Yeah.
was like, yeah, just the coolest thing, just like, whoa, doing the like 360s on that
Yeah,
fucking
fuck
bike.
yeah.
and shit.
Yeah. I don't think I played that one.
It was probably not as good as Reflex, but it was just like, I feel like the whole concept of like, oh, I can like cruise around Travis's house and do missions for Travis.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like the coolest fucking thing. Because I feel like out of most riders, like I feel like most people will just like, okay, Travis is just in a league of his fucking own.
Yeah, and like he was like Pastrana was lucky in the sense like he blew up when social media blew up.
Yeah.
Like so, like he was just everywhere. Like
Yeah, fuck yeah.
you couldn't escape Pastrana when he was in his prime doing like all
Double
that.
flips and shit.
Yeah, doing like it was
Yeah.
everywhere, bro. All over like in high school, I can remember being like all over Facebook and shit. Like
yeah.
just everywhere.
Yeah.
Like he blew up right at the time where social media like blew up because like all the Crusty Demons and Metal Militia and shit, they were all around before.
Yeah, but they were like on videotapes and
Yeah, like you had to buy like the videotape
Yeah.
from like a fucking movie shop or something, and like
yeah.
to be able to watch like the Crusty Demons and shit. Where like now Pastrana would like just post videos and just make money off the video being on the net.
Fuck yeah.
Like just crazy.
I'm pretty sure Pastrana was like in beef with the Metal Militia. Like they had beef with him. I don't know what the whole like backstory or any of like if they did or anything, but I'm pretty sure I was seen an interview on YouTube or something. And it was like about Brian Deegan talking about like, oh yeah, there was like a bit of like tension there. It was cool now kind of thing.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, like I just feel like because he was just like some young 17-year-old kid just come from racing to like freestyle and was just like smoking them.
Yeah, and then I think there was like that whole like that point in time where like it was like Metal Militia were like fading out and like Pastrana was starting to like try to come out with like Nitro Circus and shit. So like
Yeah,
that probably like clash because I'm like Metal Militia used to travel around doing shows and all that
yeah,
sort
the
of shit.
Trusty Demon tour.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Like that's probably what the tension was, but like he's like Pastrana's done mad with like Nitro Circus now.
Fuck
They
yeah,
will have
dude.
like the fucking world tour shows and all
Yeah.
that sort of shit.
Well, he's done well to just bring everything in, like BMX, scooters.
Yeah, like all action sports.
I noticed there's not. I don't know if he has skateboarders or not.
I'm pretty
You can
sure
imagine he would, right?
he does. Like we went to Nitro Circus, like me and the missus and the kids this year, and like that was dope. Like
Fuck
just
yeah.
people just riding like everything, bro. Like anything you
They
can
jump
think
the
of.
jumps in like fucking lounge chairs with wheels on them and shit.
Yeah, and like a
That's sick
canoe.
as shit, bro. Yeah,
Go
like,
down like the fucking the big ramp in like
Yeah.
canoe and like off the jumps. Like what the fuck? You cunts are nuts.
dude, the craziest fucking shows, man.
And like he got wheels in his fucking wheelchair and shit. Like he's
Dude, he's fucking crazy, man.
bro, he's the craziest one of the lot. Like he
Dude.
cannot bail.
No.
He's strapped to that fucking chair.
Yeah.
Like no matter how he comes down, he's eating that chair if he fucks up.
Fuck yeah.
And he's gonna like be strapped into it, so wherever the chair goes, his body's going with it.
He probably doesn't want to like land wrong either, bro. He could get paralyzed.
Yeah. So speaking of Nitro Circus,
Yeah.
you play that new game. I think it's called like Free Riders Republic or like something like that.
I put a little bit of time into it, not as much as I would have liked. Really fucking good. From what I played, really fucking good.
Yeah, it was like that was fun. It was sort of like a better version of. Did you ever play Steep? It was like a
Snowboarding game?
Yeah, it was like a snowboarding game. You could get like wingsuits and
Oh yeah.
all that,
yeah.
all that sort of shit in it.
Yeah, that was just like that on steroids, really.
Yeah, it was like I was fucking playing it a few weeks back, and like just like Matt, I had like good graphics in it, like the way you can control like there's two like different controller settings. One of them like you use both sticks, the other one you just use the one.
You got to use both.
Yeah, fucking know. Like it's fucking good game. I enjoyed playing it. They're like just
Yeah.
put in like a BMX section of it too.
Oh, they did? Because
So-
I remember when I only played the demo version of it, I feel.
Oh yeah,
So it was like mainly it was like the downhill bike, and the snowboard, I feel, in the demo.
yeah. I think I might have played like a. I don't know. They might have released like another demo when they put the BMX section into it. I don't know if it was like a PlayStation Store like exclusive or
Yeah, maybe.
like what it was, but like I downloaded it then and I was playing like you can do like the story mode and all
Yeah,
that sort.
mad.
Like you can't finish the story mode. You get like I think I had it for like a week or so.
Yeah. Oh,
Then it's
yeah,
sort
it
of
was
like-
like a trial.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
like
yeah.
baits you into wanting to fucking get it. Like, but I was just sitting at home playing it and like that shit was fun because they had like a road like push bike racing section and then they had like the downhill mountain biking and the snowboarding, skiing.
Yeah.
Like, and then there was that BMX section in it. And there was just like a section where you could just like ride dirt trails and shit, or there was like another section that was like, it was like a skate park and that. It was fucking,
Mad.
that was mad.
Actually, I might have to actually go invest in that and play it.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Yeah.
Like I was enjoying playing it and then like the trial ran out or whatever it was.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. Like,
The worst. Like, yeah, them trials are like the best thing ever. Dude, it would have been UFC 3, I feel. I like done a workaround because like before it come out, you could play like the game for, I think it was only like 7 hours or something.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, it was like a week before the game come out, so I just made like a bunch of different accounts. But I played the fuck out of that game. When it come out, I was like over it. I was like played it for like fucking 80 hours or something. I was like literally spent a week. Like I took a week off work, bro. Legitimately was like, no, I can't come in this week. Like
Just
the new
started playing
UFC's fucking out. People are like, it's not out for a week. I'm like, yeah, I know, but it is. If you're smart, it is.
I'm playing it.
But yeah, fuck, dude, that was fucking mad. Fucking pipe BMX.
That's another good game.
Just the demo.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it's still just the demo version.
I'm pretty sure it is. But if you get it on PC, you can like heaps of crazy people have just made like crazy fucking maps, their own maps and shit.
Oh yeah,
I should get it really. I don't know why I haven't got it since I got a PC. I can kind of like slip in there.
yeah. That would be fucking sick. You'd put so many hours into that just sitting in here,
bro. The amount of hours I put into that fucking demo, man. Next fucking level. When the demo first came out, it was like hard to do flips and shit like that. Like it was like you weren't able to do them.
Yeah,
we full like found ways to flip, and then like they just randomly bring like another update out, and it's like, oh, now you can just actually do backflips.
Yeah, fucking
yeah. At first, you had to like do like a weird hop, and then it was so fucking strange, man.
You like didn't know how to do it unless you figured it out yourself.
Yeah, but fuck, man, the full version of that game better be insane. Because I remember I downloaded that demo like 6 years ago, maybe.
Yeah.
Like it's fucking a long time. I might be exaggerating a little bit. It might have been like 5, 4, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
Or I could be on the ball.
I feel like that guy's had like offers.
But like people trying to like fucking get involved in it and shit.
Yeah, and like make it bigger, but like he doesn't want like. I don't think he wants to sell the rights to his product.
Fuck, dude. If he
I think he's like sort of waiting for someone to come along with the right deal.
Yeah. Well, fucking, or even if he just fucking.
He just needs something where he constantly makes royalties and all that sort of shit. Like,
well, you can I
think once he sells it, like when they.
Yeah, they'll buy the whole game outright.
Yeah, and then they'll just fucking do whatever they want with it. Where I think he still wants to like be like in control and have a say of like what happens.
Well, you could just try to do it like independently, I guess. But it's like, if he's trying to do it independently and that's the demo version, and if he releases a game that is them mechanics but bigger, he's gonna be a fucking billionaire, bro.
Yeah, fucking oath.
Everyone's gonna buy that fucking game
because that's like probably like the best BMX game that's been brought out in a long time.
Like,
and it's just like some bloke making it himself. Like it's not even done by a big company or anything. It's not.
The only thing that could compare to it is Dave Mirra, but like Dave Mirra's mechanics and everything are dog shit. It's just the whole, for its era, amazing.
Dope as fuck.
But like you try to play Dave Mirra, if you went and played that pipe game, played that for an hour, and then went and tried to play Dave Mirra for an hour, you'd be like, oh, fuck this. I'm going back to play the good game.
Yeah, fucking oath.
Dude, fuck that. I'm pretty sure I'd done a stream of that game. Like, just a random stream one day where I just played nothing but that game. And so many people were like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah, like no one like knows about it really. No. It's nuts.
It's nuts. Gurns showed you, I believe.
That's what he said. Yeah.
Shout out to Gurns. I believe you can find Gurns on either Facebook or Twitch. We were kind of unsure what he's on these days.
Yeah, I know he's got his Facebook account.
Yeah, but
he streams to it like occasionally, but yeah, he might be more active on like Twitch and shit these days.
Maybe, but I feel like his tag on either of them is Major Tripper Gaming.
Yeah, like he's like I know like his PlayStation and shit like gamer tag is just Major Tripper.
Yeah, so yeah, I'm pretty sure his Twitch was like the same name as that. But yeah, if you should go look him up and fucking suss your shit on Twitch. He fucking plays a bit of everything. I've seen him playing like a little motorbike game. Have you ever fucking seen him play that?
Yeah, there's
It fucking actually looks dope though. Just like little 50s.
I think it's like I think it might be one of them Monster Energy motocross games.
True.
Like the newer ones that they brought out, because like apparently like everyone that I've spoke to that like plays them reckons like they're pretty dope. Like
yeah,
they're sort of like similar to Reflex and shit. Like mechanics
right.
and all that. Like everyone reckons they're fucking probably like the next best thing.
Damn. Might have to fucking get invested and play a little bit of them then.
I think they're more like racing, sort of, but like you actually race like tracks that they race like today.
Yeah.
Like they're actually like in the game.
Yeah, from what I've seen of them games, like even like the bikes are like fucking full spec'd out, like exactly how they are. Like in real life and shit.
Yeah, it's like one of them games, like, you know, difference between that and like MX versus ATV. Like you just want to be able to have fun on MX versus ATV, but like when you buy one of them like monster games, you know that like it's just like racing sort of thing. So like you're only expecting to do that.
Yeah.
But people like can get into that, and like that's what I find the difference is between the shitness of the new MX versus ATVs.
Yeah.
Like, just give me the fucking fun style.
Fuck, did you ever play a game called Dirt. And it was like rally cars,
I
like
did
Colin
play a bit of
McRae's
that.
rallies.
I did play a bit of that.
That was I like actually a super fucking dope game. There was a couple of them, but there was like one in particular that was super fun. It was like, you know, the, like Gymkhana shit.
Yeah, like can block shit.
Yeah, it was based
Yeah.
around that. Bro, it was legitimately the funnest thing. Like you just fucking go in, get in these cars and go into like these fucking areas where they got like a bunch of shit you like drift around and fucking have to do.
Yeah.
It's like all specced out like them drift cars. So you're like, whoa, just
Yeah, fuck yeah.
drift it. Dude, it's so fucking fun, man.
Yeah, fucking oath. That sounds sick.
Fuck, I feel like we've touched on fucking fair few games, fair few bit of this, bit of that, bit of everything.
We have.
One thing we haven't touched on for him is UFC games. I mean, we've kind of teased them, talked about them, like mentioned them. But what would your favorite UFC game be?
Oh.
It's fucking
Ooh,
the hard one. I don't know.
It's hard. Like,
Cause I'm going back from like UFC Undisputed 2.
yeah, and then there was just like the UFC
Yeah, like the
and UFC 2.
UFC was really fucking good because it was like the first UFC. It was like, oh shit, they're gonna do something huge with this game.
Yeah, I feel like that, for me, that might be the one. Because
Yeah.
like, I think that's the one I put the most hours into.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
Like,
That was a good
I've got
one.
UFC 4. I've played it a bit.
Yeah,
Like, the mechanics on it are pretty good in that. But like,
the best.
I know, I just can't. I just haven't got myself like stuck into playing it.
Well, I feel like the career mode's not as good as like what the career mode in like the original one was. I can't even remember the career mode in the original one, but I remember
like-
it being like kind of like in depth.
Yeah, I feel like there hasn't been like a solid change in the storyline, like for the
Yeah.
career. Like they're all pretty like similar.
Yeah, you're just doing like working your way through fucking up in the rankings.
Yeah, and then like you don't fight, like you only fight like 3 shows on a small card, and you get picked up by the UFC.
Yeah.
And it's like working your way to a title.
Yeah. Yeah, whatever happened to like, remember the old career modes and like the old Undisputeds and shit? Oh, fuck, which one was it? I remember one of the Undisputeds had Pride in it and you could soccer kick motherfuckers and shit. It was
Oh yeah.
gangster, bro. But whatever that one was, instead of career mode, they had, I don't remember exactly what it was called, but it was essentially like flashback mode and you'd get to start watching a bit of a fight and then play out a bit of the fight and get it to the ending, and then you'd watch the ending of the fight. It was fucking the sickest feature, man. Because
God, I think that was just UFC like after Undisputed. I think it was.
so just the first UFC maybe.
Yeah, I think so. And then since that, they've had like UFC 2, 3, 4.
Yeah,
I think it was like in that, it was like you had to try and recreate what actually happened in that fight when it happened. Like,
yeah,
I think there was like, Anderson Silva knocking someone out by a head kick or some shit.
Yeah.
And
He
you had to
took
like,
off or something. Yeah,
yeah, like you had to go back and like recreate it. And then,
dude.
yeah, once you'd done it,
sickest,
it'd
man.
come up with like the video footage of like it actually happening.
Yeah, that was the coolest. Out of like whatever that game was, I can't remember which one it was, but whatever fucking that game was, that was my favorite. Or maybe the one with Pride. Or I put
It's hard
It
to
is, eh?
pick.
I've put a lot of time into the newest one just because I really like the mechanics. Like I feel like, because I've played from like Undisputed all the way up, so I feel like it's been a long time coming to be able to punch while you move and
Yeah, for
move
sure.
different directions instead of just forward, back, left, right.
Yeah, for sure. Like I get on them games and like, I don't know, I get like fucked on when some cunt just wants to grapple me. Like,
Yeah.
I can't deal. Like, I can't get back to my feet and shit.
Yeah, it is hard.
Like I used to get on UFC. I think it was 3. That
Yeah,
was the one with McGregor on the cover.
yeah.
Like I used to get into that and like I'd go on online and I'd like
Yeah,
just specifically change like the settings to stand and bang only.
yeah.
Like I couldn't get taken down, so it was just like punching on,
Yeah.
like kickboxing match essentially.
I used to like doing, there was one of them that had just punches only. So it was essentially like, it might have been UFC 4, to be honest, because that had AJ and Fury in it.
Yeah.
So it might have been that. But I just like the sense of just like, oh, this is just boxing.
Yeah.
I don't have to worry
I
about
haven't-
like get my legs kicked to shit. I can just box this person.
Yeah, I haven't looked into like the new UFC too much. Like
It's good.
like as I said like the other week, like I literally downloaded that
Yeah. For Fury
for
and
Fury and AJ, like
yeah.
just so I could make them 2 punch on.
Yeah, finally punch on, yeah. Fucking hell.
I don't think I'm getting that fight anytime soon.
Did you watch that True Geordies thing that Ned was talking about?
I've seen bits and pieces.
It's actually fucking hilarious.
Like, I've seen, like, the end of it where, like,
he's trying to hang up.
yeah,
bro.
like, Fury calls him a tosser or whatever, and he's like, I'm never coming, like, I've never been interviewed by you again, or whatever the fuck he says.
Yeah.
And then, like, he's, like, trying to hang up.
Yeah,
like
it looks like you're not leaving either. Like,
yeah, like, the True Geordie coach is like, you know how to hang up?
dude, he handled that, like, real well, hey, like.
Like, it's good to see someone put that bastard to the sword, bro.
Fuck
like,
yeah, dude.
actually fucking grill him.
Dude, that was funny as fuck. Yeah, I was, sussing that this morning. I was like, oh, this is hilarious.
Like, just
Having withdrawals, bro.
yeah, he's just
The big man's
expecting,
having withdrawals.
expecting, like, people to not ask him these questions.
Yeah, well, that's like, yeah. Well, True Geordie was just essentially like, you know, a bit of a mismatch, isn't it? That's all that he said, and he was just like, "You're a fucking tosser, mate." What are you fucking talking about?
I seen like an article yesterday, and it was like about that, and then like I just clicked on it. I couldn't like really hear what True Geordie said. Like my phone wasn't up loud enough, and I like quickly turned it up, and like I just hear Fury like, "You're a tosser," going off.
Fuck, dude, he was so mad so quick. I don't like. Why is he so mad? I think he's having withdrawals, bro. Maybe
He knows he done fucked up.
might listen to the pod and be like, "Fuck."
It was only 14 days, man. He could have fought AJ. Like 14 days difference between which Zoro fight's gonna be.
Yeah.
But even then, AJ agreed to the third. So it was like still no reason. Why couldn't you just train? Sign the contracts, sorted.
Weird, can't say.
Fucking weird.
Boxing is a strange thing. I feel like it's a pretty quiet weekend for us. So I feel like Monday. Oh, Neddy messaged us yesterday and brought up that idea for Monday's episode. Other than that, though, it's like going to be a pretty quiet weekend. I don't think we really got much on, do we?
I think there's just the
Bivol, Ramirez card, and then we've got one UFC card.
Yeah, I think it's just the UFC fight night at that time.
Who's on that?
I'm not sure. I haven't
I haven't looked either. I know that the co-main isn't bad, so I'm hoping that the main's pretty good as well.
Yeah.
I'll have a look and see if I'll have a look and see if it's worth sussing out.
Because it'll be like if it's fight night, it'll be like free. We should just be able to get it on like the KO app or something like that.
Yeah,
Mostly.
yeah. Well, I think they signed something with ESPN.
Oh, right.
I think I could be wrong, but that might just be the prelims though. I don't know. I'll have to look into it.
I know normally the fight nights you just get the whole card like on KO because that's like
Yeah, that might be the thing.
like the streaming.
Well, KO's like what used to be on Foxtel 8. Like it's like the sport channel.
Yeah, it's like essentially you're watching what they're showing on Foxtel.
Yeah. Yeah, that's bad. Yeah, I mean, fuck, might be able to suss them, see what we're up to.
I think the Bivol Ramirez fight will be about lunchtime Sunday here for us.
Yeah. Fuck yeah. It's a good fight, eh? I've tried to look into a bit of that shit, but I honestly just get stuck going back to JoJo versus... Legit, man, I can't stop watching that fight. Just the way that fucking El Camarón... What is that? What does that mean? Is it a thing?
I don't know. I'm not Mexican.
See, I mean, if anyone's Mexican or knows Mexican, what is... I guess we have Google for a reason as well, but
just drop it in the comments.
Drop it in the comments. I feel like, yeah, interacting would be better. Speaking of Froome, like we're on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook.
The Spotify's.
We're on the Spotify's.
The iTunes podcasts.
The Apples.
The Apples, yes.
The YouTubes. We're on all the socials. Yeah.
At the Eggplant Tornado podcast. Just
get amongst it.
Yeah, get amongst it. Get involved, people.
If you're on Spotify, do whatever you do on Spotify. Just hit download though, because that helps the analytics. If you're on Apple Music, I believe you can like rate or some shit.
Yeah,
Apple Podcasts or something like that.
You can rate, follow, do all that follow, liking, rating.
Yeah, just do all that good shit. YouTube, hit subscribe. That'd be dope. We're bringing you 2 episodes a week. We're bringing you a veggie bake We're bringing you an Eggplant Tornado podcast. So hit subscribe,
And
hit the little
plenty.
fucking bell icon thing, and
Yeah, and we're giving you plenty of other shit in between too.
Oh, it's fucking just shit everywhere.
Shit amongst the people.
Shit everywhere. I feel like we did well, man. We held it together the best we could without the Ned.
That we did.
He'll be back. He'll be back Monday.
Yeah, Monday for the breakdowns of the weekend, and probably a whole lot of fight news from the weekend, and
yeah,
stuff that's being made, hopefully, and
fucking hopefully. I mean,
then next Thursday it'll be another veggie bake.
Woohoo! I don't know what topic we're going to touch on next week. I don't think we've really discussed it yet.
Yeah, no, we haven't really. I don't think.
I mean, hopefully it's not one where we have to go back to the list. It's been nice having like 2 weeks off where I haven't had to make a list.
Yeah, well, I had one last week, but like it was sort of like half winged as well, so it was.
Yeah, I feel like you did well last week though. We kind of just touched on what we needed to touch on.
Yeah, it was good.
Kind of fucked us in the Dragon Ball Z aspect though.
Dog cunt.
Outrageous. I mean, surely the next person we have on will be like the decider.
Yeah, they'll be able to narrow it down for you.
Hopefully.
For sure. But well, I think that's it, cunts. The veggie bake's somewhere being eaten, and you've just had your serve. Get out there, get amongst it. Till next time.